I saw a photo of these earrings. They were really weird and wild and wacky, and I was like, who makes earrings that are weird and wild and wacky? That's not me, without consulting me. So, because it was just a photo and I couldn't steal the photo by putting my hand on it, I tried. I said I'm just gonna have to recreate them. I don't even remember. I saw them a few months ago. I glanced at it once. So let's see if we can do these, and you guys can steal them from this video, and then everybody, it'll be a circle of thieves. It's a band of bandits, and we steal the designs, and we give them to people for money. When we find our way through the path of taking other people's designs, it's a circle of jewelry thievery. So you can not only be a designer, you can participate in being like a crazy cool, like thievery person that sneaks into the night like a cat burglar, climbing the walls to get precious jewels. Except instead of going to jail, you'll just make money because they can't prosecute you for taking designs that they don't even know where you got them from. But you'll know. Okay, all you need is needle nose jewelry pliers and cutters, maybe round nose, but maybe not. 18 gauge craft wire, like any kind of copper based. This is silver plated, non-tarnished, cool. And any of your favorite beads. But you don't need a lot of beads. Just pick any beads that fit in the 18 gauge. That's it, and we're done. Draw out some patterns if you feel like it, or just wing it. A real easy one is to just go like this. Go diagonal, 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 and then just come back up in a different amount of diagonals. See, that's fun. Whatever, doesn't matter. Take some wire. This is like, I don't know, half a meter. If you're gonna do earrings, you wanna take the same amount to do it twice, but I'm gonna say be brave and don't even try to make the earrings the same. If you wanna make them the same, go ahead. You can say you're better than me. It's always fun. But I'm just gonna make them randomly different. So they're gonna be about the same size, but like, I'm not gonna try to make them the same because that's a headache. So this is similar to a video we just did, but this one's way more fun. That one was less fun. I thought it'd be fun. It turned out not to be fun. I got really mad. I started punching the wall afterwards, but I hired a good drywall fixer-upper, so now the wall is looking better. Here's a loop, and this is some sticking out on the end. So that's all you gotta do. Do that, lock the loop in. That's your loop. If they're earrings, you just need a tiniest little loop just to catch the earring hook, and that's it, you know? So just lock that in with a twist, and you're good. Leave that. Take some beads, stack some beads, just like a few. You only want to get like 1 inch or 2 centimeters of beadness, and then the rest is just fun. Barrel beads or teardrop beads are fun to add some flavor. Any kind of elongated beads kind of breaks up the monotony of just having little round ones. Flat beads, square beads, you know, whatever you want to do. Just make your bead pattern first on the table. So design them in the way you think is fun. Remember, don't go more than like maybe 1 inch, maybe a tiny bit more than 1 inch, but you know, try to come up with a pattern that you think is cute and fun and goes well with the color of the wire. Like this is a cool earth tone pattern. That would go good with copper, but I'm using silver first. I don't know why I always start with silver. Silver I like to put with more cold colors like icy blues and pinks and purples and stuff, but I don't know. We'll figure this out. You can have one single pattern like this that doesn't repeat, or a perfectly repeating pattern, whatever you like. This one looks kind of cute, maybe. Let's do it. Again, make sure all your beads fit first, especially your little ones. Yay! Now back to this guy. Save this extra 2 inches on the end for 5 centimeters and string your beads right up to the long end, up to the loop. Remember, this will be the top. Okay, now you can have this stick out at an angle. I want it to be straight down, so I'm gonna go like this and then make a bend right against the last bead. I think I'll use pliers for this because that's easier. Oh, bend. Nice. Now, you just make your crazy zigzag pattern and then come back up and wrap it around the top loop and you're done. That's it. That's all you do. What? Use the pliers to give yourself nice, sharp angles, unless you want swirls, which is fine too. But for the purpose of this video, we're making nice, sharp angles because we love nice, sharp angles. I could have played with some of these patterns first and given you guys some experience, but this is my first time doing this, so I figure you'll just learn with me. Let's see, I'm gonna make another bend right there, and then well, look at that. I'm gonna anchor it at the top, and so I said you'd be done at this point, and you are done. That's a cool earring, but it's kind of boring for me. I want to keep going. I mean, I don't mean boring. I mean, simple is cool, but I tend to always overcomplicate stuff, so let's keep going, and let's do some more fun stuff. Let's come back down like that. Whoa. Now we're doing funky fun. Where do we go from here? I don't know. Let's do a really sharp angle. This is why drawing it out first can help, because you're not just winging it, but now this is, you also want to make sure you get structure in there. So every once in a while you might want to wrap it around something. So I'm going to wrap this around. Nah, I'm not going to wrap it around. See, I got a kink in there. Now I don't know what to do. I have to flatten that out. Flatten out the kink. Pretend it was never there. You never saw that. That never happened. I'm going to edit this part out. Anybody want a job as an editor? All right, so what do I want to do? I want to do, what weird shape do I want to do next? I think, yeah, I will have it come around here just like that, but I'm going to have it bend right there because I want all these angles to play with each other. It's kind of looking like a Christmas tree. I don't want to do that. I mean, if you want that, that's fine, but I'm trying to be more cool than that. Like, all right, now it's not bending over that bead. What are we doing here? It's kind of looking like a Sputnik satellite or something, which is fun. You can sing that Dave Matthews song to make yourself feel like you're more in the mood. It's the Dave Matthews season, and Dave Matthews songs are sung around. All the children filled with joy. You ever hear that carol? The Dave Matthews carol? Of course you didn't, because it's a new thing I'm starting. Okay, so see how crazy weird that is, but it's fun, and you know it's a little wobbly, but once I get it right here and anchor it again, and again you can anchor it around any of these beads at any moment, but this is, I mean, it's going to get yanked out of place if someone tries to yank it, or if they catch it on their finger, like if they get in a fight with somebody at the party, which is, you don't want to happen. But other than that, this is pretty stable. This is going to hold itself as an earring. A pendant, a little bit less so, because I don't like that part that kind of moves too much. But we can go back with thin wire and wrap the little corners. If you want really thin wire, just wrap them in different key places. But this is just kind of fun as it is, and fun is key. So I'm going to end it. I'm going to scarf, pretend this is a face, and wrap the scarf around his face. Scarf this one end until I come up a few times. I'm going to cut it. Like always, one little tiny tab left in the middle of the loop, so we can tuck that little tab into the little bowl we made with the scarf. And it's tucked. And now we're going to take this and wrap the rest of it and finish the scarf. Now, if you want to be cutesy cute, you can do a little curly cue or swirly swirl. So, you know, let's have fun with that. This is a little too much. Just cut a little bit off. And we'll do a swirly swirl. Ready? Hold it like this. Hold it real tight on the end. Really tight. And then just wrap it around until you get that loop, and then pinch it. You gotta be careful not to slip. Pinch it. Now go sideways. Hold it really tight and roll it 1 millimeter at a time, just little rolls, maybe 2 millimeters at a time. Little rolls, hold it really tight or it'll slip and scratch. Once you get it about all the way down, leave a little bit of space so you can position it and make a cute little look at that. All right, I'm sorry, this is looking more and more like some kind of funky Christmas tree, but whatever, you can make yours look as fun or wild or crazy or not crazy as you want. You can also go back. Now be careful, you're going to mess up your design once you crimp it. You can't go back. You saw me trying to get that other crimp out. I almost couldn't do it. But if you want, you can go back and put little crimps in there. I mean, play around. You can do this over and over again, so don't get upset with yourself and say, oh, I ruined it. That's what crybabies do, and you're not a crybaby. You might have been a crybaby this morning, but today I'm telling you is the first day of your life of not being a crybaby. So, you know, if you mess it up, just do another one. Look at this one. I'm going to start the swirl not from the top, but from the belly area, the chest area kind of, if this is a person. Because I just want to be different. Now, as said, if you feel like these are too wobbly, you can also use 16 gauge, which is even less wobbly, but you can also take very, very thin 26 gauge and just wrap the little edges with little bits of wire, just little wraps, or you can take one long piece and go wrap, 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 and then maybe wrap it around a few times to get to another corner you want to wrap, 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 and then bring it back up to the top and shove that 26 gauge back in there. It's up to you. So if you want to be really weird and have more jinglies, you can put little jump rings right here to hold these pieces together so that they can wobble, but they can't really get too far pulled out of place. That's always fun. But I'm going to make some more. This is 16 gauge. Haha. It's really thick. It might be 14. I don't know. Anyway, let's have some fun. I found that only ceramic and wood beads have holes big enough for this incredibly thick copper that I'm not sure still if it's 16 or 14 gauge. But also, wood beads are cool because you can paint them or just decorate them with Sharpie. So like this kind of off red, I don't really like the color as much. I'm gonna modify this and the green. Just a little bit of touch up. And don't be afraid to change your mind. I actually don't like these rondelle ones after all. This one, okay, this one's totally breaking the rules. I'm just gonna go spiral more, a little bit give in to the round edges. And, oh, that's kind of really fun because it like, the wire is so thick. It just holds its spot, and I can finish it like that. That's actually really cool. Just wrap it around here. It's almost hard to scarf it, this wire is so heavy. I'm just gonna go around one time, because now it's starting to pull, it's pulling this out of shape. And I try to scarf it. All right, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just gonna cut it right here. And even use most of my wire, that's okay. And I'm just gonna tuck in this end right there, just so it doesn't scratch anyone. You know, I'm just gonna make this end bend into itself, and that's it. I'm gonna pull it out like this and just fold it over. That's probably the safest. Otherwise, somebody might pull it out at some point and it might poke them. We don't want that. Let's just muscle that. Oh wow, don't get this thick wire unless you're ready to really do some muscle work. This stuff is, ugh. I don't even know where I got it from. All right, so let's push that back in place. I still have this part sticking out. That's kind of cool because I do want to make a nice spiral here because this is fun, but it's a little empty right there. It needs something like right there. So it's not going to be as tight of a spiral because this wire is so heavy, but you can still wrap it a bit. Where are we going to put that? Actually, I want to put it down here if I can get it down there. It's kind of fun. Just kind of shove it right in there like that. All right, that would make a fun earring. I was saying this is a pendant, but I feel like that's a super fun earring, spinning like that on someone's ear. Can you imagine? Yeah, let's make one more.